What about your own learning? Has it stopped? Are you still seeking, or are you just not doing for people?
I'm still learning. Recently, very recently, I became a NLP coach.
What is NLP?
Neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay.
It's about it's again a technique. It's a very modern Western technique.
Where did you learn this in Hyderabad?
I learned it from a very beautiful coach. His name is Ram Verma. I don't know whether you.
No.
It's about subconscious reimprinting of the mind. How you can solve issues just by working on the mind.
Great.
So it's very popular in the West and corporates and all that. So again, I am trying what I am doing now is I am trying to combine ancient wisdom with new age work, and that's how I present it.
Okay.
Like my latest offering, which is there on my Facebook page, is about it's a wellness. It's about reversing disease. As an alternative or a complementary techniques, how to reverse any disease through various techniques, which includes NLP, which includes meditation, which includes breath work. It can be anything, mantra, ancient.
So people
methods.
come to you with an ailment or a disease or a situation, and you tell them what to do depending on the situation.
Yeah, I do on Skype.
Achha.
So it's like face to face. It can be done. Basically, it's like telling them what to do, what is the kind of breath, and so many methods are there, alternative techniques. So I am combining all the ancient methods with absolutely new age work. So, and tarot is that window to.
But the deeper work is like somewhere else.
I realize that this is only it's a rudimentary thing, and my work is actually different.
Yeah.
But then things like tarot help you to reach out because that's a more popular thing.
Yeah,
so many
it
people
is.
come for the tarot because they see quick fixes.
Yeah.
Most people want quick fixes.
Who are the kind of people who come to you? And I mean, it might be confidential, so we don't need to know the things. But what are the typical questions? How because you've been doing this for many years.
Yes.
Has your audience changed? What are the kind of questions they come up with? How has that changed? What is your understanding of the people you cater to as a teacher, as a guru? Because you are a guru now, and sort of.
I would not call myself
a teacher,
guru.
a spiritual teacher, a healer, a guide.
Yeah.
So, how do you look at your people who come to you? You look at them as patients, look at them as...
Most people have got their answers.
You think so?
A lot of people I find have answers.
What are their questions?
But they are confused. See, they will need someone to actually hold the space. It's about holding space for many people. Mirrors.
But people come with you with a lot of personal issues.
They're
just
like,
money.
It's about health is one aspect. Relationships is a very big issue.
Marriages.
Yeah, and a lot of deep-rooted work can be done for a therapy called that's past life therapy, which is a very interesting therapy and which is can really go into resolving these very repetitive issues of your life for which no doctor can do anything. Something happening again and again, like again and again your relationships fall, or some kind of a health issue for which there is no answer, like even something like a migraine for which there is no definitive treatment or something, or phobias or fears or some kind of these issues which are actually there deep down. You're carrying these imprints as an energy because the whole idea behind all these systems is that we are beyond this body.
And all that. So where does this new age with old age wisdom with new techniques, this is quite a revolutionary way to actually tackle your problems and not look at an outside person.
Yes,
how is that mentality you think has changed here? Do you think you've contributed to that in some way?
Yes, definitely, because everyone who comes to me, this is my primary message to everyone, and then it is something you have to try it. When you do a regression session on a person, some people just come, they're just blank, they just don't know what's coming for them. Some people are scared क्या होगा, whether I will go into a past life and I will never come back, whether you will be able to bring me back. So I said, just experience it. Nothing is going to happen to you. You'll be perfectly aware of your surroundings. You'll be perfectly aware of everything will be happening simultaneously. And then they realize it's a breakthrough. See, it's even one session can create a breakthrough. So it's just the experience. You have to experience it. It's
a big mentality change from asking for something or
like just simply praying,
from taking the responsibility doing something.
Yes.
So how is that shift, do you think, in society is happening between, and is it happening more in women than men?
It's happening more in women.
Yeah.
Women are more open, more receptive. As an energy system, I would say their energies are more receptive.
Okay.
So they are more open to receiving. So that is why I feel they are changing. The change is faster.
Okay.
They are more receptive, and they are getting even, and for seeking help also they are getting more open. It's not that they're keeping now their problems suppressed, repressed. Coming out with issues and looking for help and getting the guidance.
They feel they can trust you with their marital problems and they can tell you about it. So women are getting stronger.
Yes. And the moment they realize that it is helping them, it increases their confidence.
Right.
And the moment you realize that help is working, see, it just improves you. The situation improves. The energies change. The idea is to shift the energies around that person. If you are caught in a particular pattern, change the pattern. Things will change. You will attract different things for yourself. So it's there for all issues: money, relationships, health. If someone is all the time saying मेरे को ये हो गया, first thing I tell them, please don't say all these things. मुझे ये हो रहा है, ये बीमारी है, no, because you are giving the wrong message to your cells. You're telling your cells decay. You have to reverse the process. Show the light. So then any practice which brings that information to the cell works. Neuro-linguistic programming is a very effective technique, modern technique, which gives this information to the brain. So it reverses the channel, how the message is transmitted. It's like tricking your mind to.
So when people come to meet you, how do you decide what technique is best for them? Do you suggest what would work for them, or do they come with?
Because some of them may come with a definite thing that I want to learn Reiki, or I want to try this past life therapy. Okay. Some of them come with just the issue, and they discuss the issue, and then after that mutual discussion, then I suggest what would be best for you. So accordingly, it works.
And the people you meet tend to be younger people, older people?
Younger people are coming in a big way. I think that is one change, where young people are embracing spirituality and are embracing these wellness practices, holistic methods, and are actually understanding and believing in it. So that's I find more of the young are now. It's like people in their 30s and
girls, mostly women, right?
More of women,
few men,
less of men.
Typically, when people would come to you, for how long would you work with them? Is it just a couple of sessions, or do you kind of handhold them through a phase of their life?
They become part of my community. So now we have WhatsApp groups here. Then they join you, and then they are always there for meetups and all these things we keep having. Every month there is a meetup, so everyone comes over and anything can be discussed at that point of time. So it becomes a long-term relationship.
Please continue.
Even if that person no longer needs any guidance, some person can help me in other ways. everywhere. It's like a mutual resource pool, which is there, which I call Tejaswini actually.
Okay.
It's a spiritual community, I would say.
And so you said that the younger people are more interested in spirituality. Where do you think that belief system is coming from? What is changing that younger people are more interested in spirituality?
I think they themselves are turning inwards and they're realizing that not all answers are outside. I think that it's an awakening which is happening from inside. I think everywhere it is happening. That change is happening. That what you would say, that evolutionary change, you can call it. It's a social evolution, spiritual evolution. It's happening. It's coming from inside. And that's why you see all these spiritual movements are coming up in a big way, and people are embracing it. So
that's interesting. So you see it as a larger evolution and not as a response to any specific conditions in society.
As a worldwide. It is a worldwide change which is happening, not only in Hyderabad or India, or it is happening throughout the world, everywhere. These movements are there everywhere. If you study this aspect, it's there everywhere.
Over the years that you've been doing this, the sort of things that people are troubled by, has there been any significant change there? Like for instance, maybe people today are more troubled by relationship rather than health, or have you seen any change there, or do issues largely remain the same?
Largely issues are about three things: health, relationships, abundance of money or wealth or whatever you call it. Three primary issues which all problems revolve around it. And then there is one group of people also who are interested into the spiritual evolution, that I want to do this not because of any problem, but because I feel like doing it. It's like an inner calling which has come to me.
Is that like a small percentage, or is that growing?
Initially it was a small percentage, but I think it is growing. It is growing.
It's becoming a cluster of its own.
Yes. And once you see, even a person who is coming with an issue starts embracing some method as a regular practice. You see, first of all, you will find his problems are resolving, and then once he gets into this mode of turning inwards or looking inwards, and makes it a pattern, it becomes his lifestyle. You see the change happens, and then it happens in the family. People around. You see, that's why I call it that tejas, that light. That light will affect whoever is around you. And consciously or unconsciously, you are influencing. You become an influencer in your own circle. So there's so many people like this whom in my community, they are acting. They are not professionals. They are not doing anything. They may be in there. They may be a teacher. They may be doing any work, housewives. But you see, they are talking about all this. They are spreading that information. They are talking about, discussing in their community, in their homes, in their building, and that's how more and more people are working in. So it's that these are all, I would say, these are the change agents who are coming up in a big way.
You interact with people one-on-one, and maybe you have a sense of the kind of energy they emanate, or I'm sure you do that. But at a larger societal level, what would be your take on the kind of energy running through the country today, or Hyderabad today? If you were to, I know it's a slightly vague question, but do you have any thoughts on that?
Energies overall, as I said, worldwide, energies are all rising. Vibrations of our entire planet, it's rising.
You mean in a positive sense?
Yes, that's what we call in spiritual terminology ascension. Everyone is ascending, and it's the overall energies which are, and it's a very powerful time. It is said where everyone, it's easy for people to rise. The energies are supporting. The universe is supporting all the cosmic celestial energies. That's what they say. This yuga is meant for a lot of this kind of things happening. And a lot of good things will happen. Bad things, so they're on the focus all the time through media. But so much of change and so much of goodness prevailing. And a lot of goodness I see. Despite whatever bad things are being announced.
Good part of it, but do you also see people becoming restless and unhappy a lot more than they were?
See, what happens is when the vibrations rise, what happens is that as an energy system, if I am an energy body, if I am having any dense energies within me and the vibrations around become lighter, the tendency is that my dense energy is going to be pulled up. And when the dense energies are pulled up, you see, there is a restlessness. So it's like a state, which is a transitory state, which will lead to something better. So that restlessness or that, whatever you call it, unhappiness, some people, it's called dark night of the soul, whatever. I mean, so many nice words, which sometimes it's called a healing crisis, where actually your problems go up. A lot of people who start into turning inwards realize it's difficult, and they may even feel that my problem बढ़ गया है. It's like some people go to a homeopathic doctor and they say कि और हो गया. This has gone up. So why it is happening? It is all happening because your own energies are getting upgraded. The dense things are coming out of you. So it's a crisis momentary. It's short-lived, I would say.
So it's a process of healing.
It's a process. And I see it as a part of society also.
You feel you have a long way to go to teach people, to tell people what you think and believe. I mean, it's a long way before
there's no end.
There's no end. I think there is a lot of disbelievers as well, a lot of non-believers, a lot of people who say,
that is everywhere.
Do you feel that you have a long way to go before you kind of rest?
See, you have to be you have to just let it flow. I mean, whatever is coming, take it. Whatever doesn't come, it's like be open to the universe, allow, then you'll receive, and then let whatever is coming, embrace it. I believe in just doing that, not planning too much कि ऐसा करें वो नहीं, जो हो रहा है उसको लेते चलो and keep moving, and then I see gates opening, especially with this type of work. With this type of work, gates open when you are receptive.
Do you ever find, especially for people who are religious in a traditional way, do you ever find that what you are teaching them, they find it difficult to reconcile it with their existing traditional religious beliefs, or do they find it as an addendum to their religious beliefs? Does that conversation ever happen? Is that even relevant?
See, I don't try to change people. See, whoever is like embracing whatever, it's up to them. Whoever needs help or whoever, I don't go out to change. Whoever is coming and is getting the experience, I let that person experience that fully. And then see for himself or herself how it is helping. So it is like whoever comes is ready, to some extent is ready. Is ready to reconcile, as what you are saying, is ready coming with a mindset. Is coming. Some people who are absolutely not ready will not even move.
This phrase that you used a couple of times, holding space.
Yes.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit? What do you mean by that?
Holding space would be offering a zone, a listening zone. A zone where that person can actually speak out without hesitation or without any fear. Everything which is there inside. And वो जो safe zone होता है, उसमें जब आदमी बात करता है, and the other person is offering that compassionate, I call it a compassionate hearing, that is very, very helpful. It resolves the problems. Many a times.
So,
The person will feel better, healed.
So in some sense, the work that you do and the way you help people intersects with a lot of work that counselors would do, psychiatrists would do. Part of it would have...
Like counselors would sit and do a counseling session. I would not, I don't do that. It happens naturally. It is a part of the work.
Right. So would you say that for people who are going through some phase or issue in life, in India specifically, they would be more comfortable talking to you rather than going to a psychiatrist or a counselor, because there seems to be some discomfort in talking to some taboo still in India related to mental health and things like that?
Yeah, there is a taboo. People are afraid of going to psychiatry. Like people with anxiety, depression, in the worst of the worst situations will not. Sometimes I tell them, go and get that medication. एक medication है जिससे immediately तुम्हारा resolve हो जाएगा, and then you continue with the sessions. नहीं वहाँ नहीं जा सकते, because हमारी family को पता चल जाएगा और someone.
So there is greater comfort in speaking to you rather than going.
But how can you do Reiki and PLR on the phone? You can't.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Some people only want to be heard.
But there are, like, just coming back once more to the point we were earlier talking about, there are instances where you're able to recognize in someone that this is not a spirituality concern, this is more of a mental health concern. So you're able to recognize that in some people who come and meet you.
See, a lot of problems are intermingled हैं. ये issue इसके साथ जुड़ा है, ये उसके साथ है, उसके साथ है. And कभी-कभी तो एक simple technique कि just watch your breath, just be with yourself. ये करो, इतना कहने से, इतना करने से ही वो आदमी को रिलीफ होने लगता है. So it's like sometimes absolutely simple things work, and then you keep trying.
Right.
ठीक है. And I always tell people, go to a doctor. अपना medication मत छोड़ देना कि हम ये कर रहे हैं, हम प्राणायाम कर रहे हैं, तो हम डॉक्टर के पास ही ना जाएं. Don't do this. Please treat all these as supportive methods which will in the long run reduce your dependence on medication.
Right, they're complementary to...
Yes, and it will definitely reduce your number of medicines which you are having.
And you decide the course of correction here for everybody, right? Because they wouldn't know कि chakra healing कराएं, कि pranic healing कराएं.
Like for tomorrow, the people who are coming to me, they called me that I have heard about chakra work. I want to learn, I want to know about it, I want to know which
They're coming to learn or they're coming to get healed?
They want to do the learning and they also want to get healed. So I want to know which chakra is weak, मेरा क्या issue है.
So they're very specific in the question.
So I want to understand everything. ठीक है, you come, we'll do everything, we'll experience, we'll learn, we'll do everything. So that's how, some people are specific, that's how, see, people are getting the knowledge. The knowledge is coming from... A lot of information is बहुत है ना अभी तो it's very easily available. It's just the experience where, for experiencing you have to go somewhere. Learning तो आप Google से कर लोगे.
Right.
So is it more about when people come to you? Is it partly learning, partly healing? Is it all just healing and then thank you, we'll come back to you again type of thing?
I encourage learning.
You encourage learning.
Because I want everyone to take things in their hands, not come to a healer. I don't want people to come for healing session. कि मेरा healing करो, मुझे 1 घंटा healing दो Reiki. I tell them, you learn Reiki, do it yourself. Do it yourself.
Is hypnosis also part of it?
Yes, yes. It involves.
Hypnotherapy यही होता है ना?
It involves, depends on, I use mild hypnosis. It's like a deep relaxation.
Eyes are open but?
Eyes बंद रहती हैं. And then through it's like speaking.
कुछ नहीं दिखा तो मतलब
It
नहीं
also
गए
happens.
तो होता है actually काफी लोग there are people block it and they just cannot go back, right?
Yes. So then you can repeat a session or see sometimes it happens because you are not ready for it. It's not required. Past life just for fun के लिए अगर easily available होता तो हर आदमी अपनी past life जानता है ना. Nature does not allow it.
Yeah.
You do not remember your past lives. When you are born, it's the information is taken away from you with the purpose that you learn your lessons.
Right.
without any prior. Start afresh and learn. You always start from the point which you left in your past life. वो your situation, your birth, the circumstances in which you are born, the family, the work that you do, it's actually you start from where you left, and then you build up again. So वो information normally available नहीं रहती है. तो जब किसी को कोई problem है, it's done when people are facing problems or some recurrent issues. Normally it is.
But isn't it good to know, because then you can know which lessons to learn and which one is a lesson and not?
हाँ, तो ये इसका time आता है. Not every, like you are saying I will not do.
हाँ.
बोल रहे हो ना. Although you feel कि हाँ lessons पता होने चाहिए.
Correct.
And all. But one day you will feel कि अब try करते हैं. तो वो समय अपने आप आएगा. Then you will feel. Then you will want to do it.